So here, folks, I'm reposition these arcade bones because in this rig the arcades deform. I cannot show here right now, but I've imported this from another model I could create from scratch, but then I just need to match those these handles. They are not bendy bone handles. They are just, this is not a bendy bone, it's just one segmented thing. But it just works with the bendy bone with stretch too. They are just not so in order to stretch and squash the, well, deform the arcades for more expressiveness of the 3D cartoon character, for example. So here what I'm going to do, I'm just repositioning this arcade, bottom arcade bones to the respective, so let's unhide those things so it's easy, alright, to work. Alright, so these are for the bottom arcade, so I want this to match on this face exactly. So how I pick that is not just the bone, it's the bone and the tip or tail of this bone. Select both, Shift H and selection to cursor in this case, but otherwise I think it will be keep ups. Oops. Okay, I've lost the progress. Sorry, folks. So here, let's do it again. Shift S. So this also works. No, it doesn't work. So it's in this case it's 8. Let's go back here, and now the other one that I've used for the other arcade, I don't remember, so let's just check here. It was this face here. Alright, so right before the... and also I'll do something later about that, but I have an atomic arcades that actually, this is the base mesh of the this is not absolutely necessary, but it's a technique that can work sometimes. It is showing the, so basically if we start out with a rest position that is very regular mesh like that, and then we add an atomic shape key which we give the shapes that we want, like this for the, so if I were to deform through armature skinning, right, armature deform this, and I'm gonna do that with bones, right, exactly these shapes, the deforms might be a bit bizarre in some cases, and so to prevent this might not be necessary for arcades, it's not so complicated, right, the skinning algorithm can handle it, right, but we can do this there are many cases in this can be useful. So this is a constant, I call it an atomic shape key. It's not a corrective shape key, it's a shape key that grants a base mesh, sort of a base mesh, regular mesh, into some fake anatomy, because this shape key morphs anatomy, because that will not be considered, these shapes here, morphed shapes, won't be considered by the skinning method. So this is like they bypass the skinning algorithm. So this is why shape keys are so useful and powerful. But this is a special technique that I've been exploring. So far it was only good for lips on the Universal Sonic Mouth rig setup. You can find this on Blender Artist forum. But yeah, I'm using this for the lips, like imagine. Yeah, let's show it. There's right here, by the way, the body of the character. Oh, she's hidden. Hold on. Control Shift Alt H from wire to texture. This is a shortcut I've made here, by the way. You can, you can assign shortcut to this display as on the object properties viewport display panel, right? So might be useful. So then here you see I have these lips, and I have an anatomic lips here. So from 0, this is the base mesh of these lips, so very regular. So and here is the lips morphs which bypass the skinning algorithm. Okay, so this is another example. And so here, let's hide, or not hide, Ctrl H wire, lock this, and let's go back to this positioning, folks. So it was the face right before the canine there. I recognize it as this too, because this will be a pointy thing. So here we got Shift S2, selection to cursor to select, right, the middle of the face. Then here, same thing, we pick this and the two joints there of these other bones. Shift there we go. And now for this, the last remaining one, we just want the vertex here, the edge actually, match this there. And for this it's a bit tricky because need the 3D cursor in this case, SZ0, but then it collapses the bone into length of 1, so maybe here will be Shift Z. Yeah, so for this case, let's try Shift S, selection to cursor keep offset. No, it doesn't work. So instead, what I can do is just SZ0, and then this SZ0, or no, actually just pin to the vertex here closest, include non-edited out, because we don't want to match the other stuff like other mesh objects. We just want the armature itself, skeleton matching stuff. So just want the head to, well, what's happening to this bone? Oh, it seems to be, well, there's, maybe this is annoying. So okay, just now it works finally, but it is badly positioned. I haven't noticed that, so just G, Y, and G. So is that enough? Well, they are aligned with that space with this bone, so that's sufficient for me. So these are just and so with these bones, so these are tip or tweak bones. They are meant to control here these fake bendy bone splines, right? We need, of course, to just reset these bone stings. Ignore the other setup, it's just the stretch to actually, well, looks like we're struggling with other things. Oh, of course, this seems to have some unmatching features here. These are on our other setup, so this is not the topic here. You can select all this and hide everything. Now, yeah, this seems like these bones are being displaced, and I cannot reset, so I have no idea what's happening here, folks. It might be some parenting thing. There's just one bone constraint, so maybe the target is incorrect. No, this. Oh, it's because of this one. Okay, fix from here. Yeah, so this is a tricky thing about this. So just fix here and here. Yeah, that's it. So, and then we just gonna symmetrize this resymmetrize, so we can, the bone constraints, they are not automated, so we need to automate the symmetrization like this. And now we don't have to fix the bend, this stretch to bone constraint for the other side. And so now if I had these deforms on, these deformed bones working, that this would deform the arcades, and we can automate this with the melt rig, but that will be another step. So here I'm just showing some interesting aspects of arcades building. And another thing interesting that I have here the control dot. This is the alignment origin of the alignment of this of all of these faces here. So now I can use local space to SZ0, you see, to realign them, and GZ, GY actually, GX, GZ, so I have these good alignments here, especially this one sliding, so you can work on this basis for this. It's just the arcades which are like that. The tongue could be, right? But then we cannot just apply the rotations or all transforms for this stuff, otherwise it will ruin this this stuff here, right? Alright, so this is some tricks how to work with arcades rigging.